Hey everybody, this is Spine Ticks Pressing, and I've got for you 3 classic Spider-Man covers that I'm going to be working on for a client. So let's take a look at them. Stay tuned. So as you can see, we've got 3 great issues of Amazing Spider-Man here. 2 Silver Age, 1 Bronze Age book. Spider-Man 210, first appearance of Madam Web. Spider-Man 78, Night of the Prowler, and Amazing Spider-Man 65, Escape the Impossible. So 3 great books, and I would say they're all slightly above mid-grade. There are some issues with each of them, and so before I start working on them, what I would like to do is be able to get a fairly accurate baseline of where they're at right now. And what I recommend using, it's a tool that I picked up from another YouTuber. His channel is Improve Collecting Comics, and he's got a free document that he developed, based it on CGC grading characteristics. And I think what it does is it gives you really pretty accurate reading on where the book is. And I kind of like to do things. Grading, I think, is very subjective, and so anytime there's a chance that I can use something that's going to take my subjectivity out of the equation, I'm for it. So it's a tool I recommend you use, or at least check it out, see if you like it, if you need something like that. But it's you can find it just about on any of I think his, down in the description on his channels. Improve Collecting Comics, and he's had pretty good luck with books that are coming back grading higher than what he thinks. So that's pretty good. So let's start with Amazing Spider-Man 210, first appearance of Madam Web. Put these other 2 to the side and take this one out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. Gosh, I do not like tape. Do not use Scotch tape. It is going to be the bane of your existence in this hobby. I recommend, and I use all blue tape, or I think I even saw a study on which tape is the best to use. That there's a kind of like a purple, or kind of a pinkish purple color tape, and I've got some of that in my study, and I think that's rated the best stuff. So let's take out this book, and let's get some zoomed in views of it, and then we'll put it through the I'll put it through the gauntlet of the checklist, and then I'll try to include that video so you can see it as well, kind of see my process and the like. So here we go. Let's take a look let's get a more zoomed in. So when you open up the comic collecting analysis tool from Improve Collecting Comics, and you click on the first tab, which is Comic Grading Tool and Cheat Sheet, essentially what you have is you have these really brilliant boxes where you kind of go through and you rate each element of the book. And so in this particular one, you have your before cleaning and pressing rating, and then he's got another area here to the right that you can use, and essentially what you do is you just fill in the check marks. This book, starting with the bindery, there are some issues at the bottom corner and the top left corner. So I'm gonna say minor. I'm gonna click on the minor box and take off the box that's already checked. This column right here, the first column on the far left, is negligible, and then it's tiny, and then minor issues, moderate issues, extensive issues, and major issues. So I'm going to call that minor, those issues. Corners. Looking at the corners again, I'm going to also call them minor. Edges. The edges of the book look great. I don't see any issues with the edges. There's nothing looks frayed. They look pretty tight. There's some areas, obviously, before pressing where I can sort of see kind of like an edge, I guess like an edge overlap. And so I'm going to call that, let's go with edges. I'm going to call that, I don't know if that's tiny. I'm going to go with minor, just kind of graded on the high end, a little more conservatively. So right now, if you look at what I've got so far, it's difficult for you to see, but maybe I'll try to do like a little overlay where you can watch and follow along. Right now the book is grading at a 9.2. So the spine's got a number of spine ticks. I count some issues, maybe some tearing. It's possible this is a tear around the lower staple, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 very small color breaking spine ticks. So question, is it moderate or minor? I'm going to call it moderate, and then take off the negligible. Staples look pretty good. I don't see any issues with the staples, any rust. Staples are fine. I'm going to leave them as negligible. Cover itself looks great. No issues on the cover. There's no color loss. Color looks vibrant. It looks great. The back looks great as well. No staining on the front or rear of the book. So I'm going to leave that as negligible. And then the interior pages. I'm going to do a quick look through of the interior pages, make sure that there is nothing missing, no tears. Pages look pretty good. I would say they're white, off-white. Interior looks great. So I'm going to leave the pages as negligible. So right now, before pressing, this book is grading at an 8.0. And so we'll work on it, see if I can get some of these spine ticks out, clean that up. I don't see any other creasing on the cover. I think a press would definitely improve the book. We'll see. So you could even go over here, and sometimes I like to play around with the press rating and see what I could improve it to, if that's possible. You never do know. So spine, might be able to take that down to minor. So let's bring that down. Edges look pretty good, though I think I did put on there some minor issues with the edges. So let's say I could get the edges to negligible. And that's right now a 9.2. I don't know if there's anything that can be done on the bindery or the corners. Well, let's say we could take that corner possibly down 1 notch. And so right there, it's possible we can maybe get this book as high as a 9.2. That'd be fabulous if we could do that. So that is the first book, Spider-Man 210. So instead of going through each of the books one at a time, with the other 2 books, I'm just going to take them out. We'll do a quick zoom, and then I will tell you how I scored it using the scoring tool. Always makes me nervous with tape. Tape is not your friend. All right, wow, cover looks great. Still retains gloss. a fair amount of it. Some odd little lines. I'm not sure what, some like little micro creases in the book, but around the reds and the Spider-Man, they look great. I see right here, let's try to change this angle. I see a strange line. I'm not sure if it's residue or if it's a crease. It doesn't look like it's color breaking, possibly color breaking near the end. I'm going to flip it over to see if it's a tear, maybe a tear that they corrected with a tear seal. I don't think so. No, it looks like it's just a crease. You can see the crease through the book. Hopefully we can get that pressed out. I might need to work on that with a tack iron. Some issues up here in this upper right hand corner. The edges don't look so great, at least the top edge. Still retaining its straightness, but there's a little bit of chipping that's occurred. This one as well, the cover is kind of rolling over a little bit at the front. This staple, I'm not sure what's going on with that staple. Possibly a little bit of rust on that staple. No, it could be just the light. I see a little bit of patterning, like this was left on top of something. There's some kind of a texture that I can see right in this area here. I'm not sure what would have caused that. Could have been anything. Backside looks pretty good. Let's take a look at the book. We'll just go backwards through the book, make sure that everything's intact. Backwards. There is the Prowler right there. I don't see any tears. I don't see any issues with any of the inside pages. Just a great classic Spider-Man issue. Tell you what, you cannot go wrong if you're looking for a solid place to put your comic book investing money. I'll tell you what, it is in Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man. That is a fantastic place to put your money. Alright, so cover looks great, at least from the inside. None of the pages were loose. Backside looks great. Back, I'm seeing a couple little spine ticks. This can easily be pressed out. A little bit of dirt, kind of a little dirty residue that I see along the spine, but it's not too bad. I think there's a little bit of spine roll. You can kind of see it when I roll the book back a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of what's causing that front cover overlap. Got a little bit of a fold right here. Get that back corrected. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put it through the rubric, and the score is, there it is. That's how it's scored. And looking at the rubric and seeing what areas I could possibly improve through pressing and cleaning, the highest possible score for this book, I think, can be this. All right, let's go on and let's take a look at our last book. All right, last book is Spider-Man issue number 65. This is a cool one that I definitely dig because I have it on the wall in one of these weird 3D wall poster type things. I think it's pretty cool. So it's kind of fun to see the actual book come in. So let's open it up and see what we got. All right, much better book. I really do recommend these type of resealable comic bags. They eliminate any chance that you get the tape stuck to the book. All right. Again, both books, just, I don't know if it's a testament to the older Silver Age books or what, but this the quality of the sheen on the colors is just really kind of awesome. I'm taking a real close look at this because I see some what appear to be indentations, and sometimes you'll get a book where a kid will put tracing paper on top and they'll trace the superhero. And I don't think that's what's going on here, but not positive. I really don't think it is. I think if they had, the indentations would be much bigger. So color-wise, book looks great. I don't see any issues anywhere. The yellow down here is a little more vibrant than some of this. This has kind of maybe a hazy, dirty look, a little bit of dirt in this yellow area. Got some color breaking up here in this green Spider-Man box, but this right here, wow, just looks incredible. Some of these classic covers. I think my favorite is Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's 33. It's the issue where Peter Parker is in the water and all you see is Spider-Man's head sort of sticking up on the cover, and there's this great 3D look with all the little components. But again, it's another one of those covers where you've got definitely got that 3D aspect to it. Just looks outstanding. All right, so before I jump to looking inside the book, let's take a look at the back. I'm not sure what's going on down here. Got a little bit of possibly a crease. I don't think it's a tear. No, it's a little crease, a little bit bigger than a micro crease. Some dirt. The spine's a little bit dirty. Yeah, just a lot of crud up in there. I think I'll be able to clean that up nicely. All right, so let's flip it back over to the front. And let's go through the interior pages, make sure that the interior pages look good, and then I'll put it through the rubric. All right. So far, so good. It's kind of a classic Cheerios commercial there. Advertisement in the book. That's pretty cool. Green Goblin. The Harry Osborn flashback to the Green Goblin. Well, interior pages look great. I don't see anything written in the book or any cutouts. Mysterio, the next issue. It's kind of a cool one. Avengers King Size Special number 2. There's an advertisement for it. New Avengers versus the old Avengers. And here's the back side again. Alright, so let's flip this one over, and I'll just go away from the camera and I'll put it through the checklist to see what I think this book grades at now. So as it is right now, the checklist believes that the book grades at, all right, and then working on some of the correctable issues with the book, I think this book will possibly be able to be improved to this. There it is there. All right, so those are the scores. Hey, click the link to the left on your screen to check out some more cleaning and pressing videos. I've got lots of content, all hobby related. I hope you like this video. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and thanks for tuning in. Next video, we'll be cleaning ASM 65.